You know it's super fly when Day Bar is opened. Hip-hop review, news, plus breaking new artists, pop culture, current events with an urban view of it. This is all things hip-hop, delivered raw, unpolitically correct, the fans' perspective, putting all artists in check. Dope content, current hot by remarkable men. Our thoughts, clearly. Welcome to Audio Theory.
Yo, welcome back to the Audio Theory podcast. If you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe as well as the like button. What's good, Danny? How have you been?
Dude, I've had a hell of a Monday. Fucking most productive Monday I've had in I think all year, dude. Woke up early, went to the gym, made breakfast for me and my boy in the morning. Dude, actually didn't hate my coworkers today. There has to be a correlation to working out and being ready, prepared for the job. So yeah, I feel good, bro. How about yourself?
Nice. Feel good too. So this is actually the last episode I'll be recording in LA for however long. So that's
amazing.
It's exciting and I'm nervous at the same time. More so nervous about I hate the act of moving and putting boxes away and packing and unpacking, buying new shit. But
did you guys figure out how you're gonna do that? Is it gonna be you hiring anyone, or just you putting all in a truck and driving?
So we're putting it all in a truck and driving, but when we get there, I think we're gonna use TaskRabbit or something, because it's honestly not that much stuff, so it doesn't require a real professional mover.
Okay.
Just bodies who are willing to do it. Besides,
what about the cars?
So my girl's driving my car up, and I'm taking a U-Haul with all the stuff, so I'm driving separately.
So what about her car?
She doesn't have one. Her lease was up in September.
And she just gave it up? Nice. Okay.
Yep. Plus, we only have I think one paid parking spot, if I'm correct. So it kind of worked out that way.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel what's it called? The BART in San Francisco? Their public transport thing. I hear really good things about it. So I've heard
questionable things. There was a news story about flesh-eating bacteria being found in water. I'm sure it was just all propaganda and shit. I don't know much about it, but it's definitely the transportation system there. I think is more advanced than Los Angeles, so we should be good.
Yeah, especially it's still quarantine time. So I don't think it'd be really needing to have two cars, at least in the first year of you being there.
Yeah. For sure.
But dude, there has to be, you're saying, nervous, but besides the move itself, how do you feel about the overall idea of because you've been living in LA for going on close to 8 years now post college, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But the idea of actually just leaving, you know what I mean? How do you feel about that? Because I feel these are questions we never really asked, but when we look into it, it's oh damn, that was actually a fucking massive move for me, literally a massive move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got this question a lot. I mean, honestly, since going away to college on the East Coast was the biggest transition for me ever. So this to me is kind of light work compared to it, because I had never been to the East Coast that often to begin with before I went to college. The seasons are all fucking crazy. I love it. I love being able to keep track of time and having seasons and stuff, but it was just such a mind-blowing experience. And I was afraid because I didn't have any friends at that point. I'm going to college and just gonna have to restart my life essentially. But now that I've done that, and San Francisco being half a day of driving away,
sure.
I guess for that reason I'm not as scared. I also have a few buddies up there. My girl has a couple buddies up there too, so I think the transition will be easier than most cases of people just moving to a whole new state with nobody and having to meet new people and everything. So not too concerned. And I'm moving with my girl too, so
that helps.
Makes
you're
it a little
immediately
less
not alone from day one, for sure.
Yeah.
And then obviously besides the podcast taking off and Blair Anthony, that becoming bigger and bigger over the coming years. It's always nice, if you're in the tech industry, that's probably where you need to be right now, right? So it also just makes sense from your the corporate standpoint as well.
Yep, for sure.
Nice, dude. Well, that's exciting, man. Again, so next week you'll be in the Bay.
Yep, I'll be in the Bay. Probably won't have much of a background probably continue to use this shit for another 2 months.
Yeah.
Make it seem like I moved in. But
I mean,
yeah,
dude, it doesn't look that different from like any normal apartment though. So I think it's fine. It works. Do you guys moving into like a townhouse or an apartment?
So apartment building. We actually got a 2-bedroom, which we weren't thinking of doing previously because we just had it in our mindset that the prices would be astronomical.
Yeah.
But then when we went to this building, we were just curious. So we said, hey, do you have any 2 bedrooms? Because the 1 bedroom we saw was kind of small. And we knew we were going to have to work from home for quite a bit of time.
Facts.
And just kind of wanted a separate room to do like, work or chill out and just be away from the living room. So I can do the podcast, like whatever, make music. And we found a 2-bedroom, and with the 3-month promotion, they're doing 3 months free rent. It ends up netting out to being like just as affordable as any 1-bedroom like LA apartment, because COVID changed the game. There's a mass exodus in the Bay, so the prices decreased significantly.
Yeah, dude. So like my boy is going. Well, obviously, congrats first of all. That's amazing. You found like a steal. Did they make you sign like a longer lease because of that to like keep you in?
Yeah, it was like 2 months extra, so 14 months.
Yeah, that's fine. You're probably gonna be there for at least 2 years, anything. So.
Yeah, so I was like, that's cool. Plus, we don't want to have to bounce around if we don't have to. So if we do like this apartment a lot, we'll just probably extend it even further.
Yeah, that's dope. And selfishly, knowing that you have a 2-2, at least have somewhere to stay. So it works out nicely.
For sure. Yeah, that was also another thing. Like, as weird as that might sound, like, because a lot of people want to visit us, so we wanted space for them too.
Yeah, like if it's a 1-1, it's just, you can like saying like when I had a 1-1, like I hosted people, but it's like it's low key and inconvenience. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, dude, I want you here for sure, but like we'll make it work, kind of thing, right? So that's why like getting the house was amazing. Like I have my boy here and like family, and it's like, do your thing, and I got my own space still. So it's a blessing for sure. But I feel like, so it's funny, like there's a mass exodus for sure though, bro, because like Billy, dude, it's crazy how like life can come at you fast, man. Like, so in March of 2020, like literally when my mom passed away, he still flew in from the Bay to New York, just to be there for us. But like when we asked him this question, like, yo, how do you love the Bay? He's like, bro, it's the best thing that ever happened to me. All my friends are here. Like, life is amazing, right? It's like right before COVID really just went crazy. Bro, literally a year later, all his friends are gone. The Bay is like homeless or whatever. Like things are crazy. Crime's crazy right now. I heard down there, like in parts of Oakland at least. So he's just like, bro, like this is a different world now. You know what I mean? Like, so like he started to think, like, I have a serious girlfriend. Like, are we gonna stay here? It's just so wild how like things can just change drastically with no one really seeing it coming. Yeah,
for sure. And that is a concern because the area we're in, it's kind of sketchy, or at least it borders like a really sketchy area. And by sketchy, mostly homelessness and drugs. It's not like gang wars and shit going on. But,
sure. And obviously homelessness anywhere in California is wild right now. So yeah.
And I heard the homeless people can be pretty aggressive out there.
Damn.
I'm used to the
don't make eye contact.
So crazy. No,
don't make eye contact.
Yeah. Like they might start beating off if you stare too long or something. I don't know.
Dude, something wild, bro. Like wild. I remember like once like a friend of mine went and she like gave like food, tried to give food to one of them, and like the motherfucker threw it at her and was like, what the fuck am I meant to do with this? Like, yo, just like the most aggressive shit ever, dude. Yeah.
No, I'll be ready to throw hands. I kind of wish, concealed carry was a thing, because now I just have to carry like, I don't know, pepper spray or a knife or something just to kind of feel a little bit better. You can't fight that crackhead strength with just your
hands. Dude, they've survived 10 pandemics. Like, this is their 10th one, bro. This is nothing to them, bro. Like, they're walking around fucking with no mask on. Like, COVID's not a thing. Get the fuck out of here. That's dope, bro. I'm excited for you, man. It's gonna be good. But besides that, you also had a pretty epic weekend yourself, right? You had your goodbye engagement party. Let the people know more about that.
Yeah, so my girl and I threw a engagement party. I'd let several people know, a few weeks beforehand, just so they could have it on their radar. It was also like a going away thing too, because we're obviously
it worked out perfectly.
So we had a bunch of friends come over. It's really nice to see them. It was the first kind of gathering I've had outside of my immediate family the entire time of COVID. Like, I didn't have a birthday party or anything really. It was always just, you know, immediate family. But this time I got to see several people I hadn't seen in months. And I talked to so many people on text. Sometimes I forget like I hadn't seen them. So one of my friends, Miguel, I hadn't seen him since like, I don't know, August of last year, March or something crazy.
Something crazy,
and, yeah. And well, I actually had seen him like a week before the engagement party, but it didn't register until we were all talking that, like, you know, it's been almost like a year since I've seen a lot of these people. So it was nice to get that human interaction in. Forgot how much I missed that, even though I am like a hermit in a lot of ways, but I do miss human interaction with, you know, people I obviously care about. So that was really nice. And I didn't get too drunk. That was my fear, was I was gonna black out like and forget certain people were there.
That's good. That's good. So I had a moment where I blacked out this weekend. I swear to God, I try so hard for that not to be a thing anymore, but it keeps happening. This one was very minutes, literally like a 20-minute blackout. It was more like a nap. Like it was like I wasn't like a zombie walking around. Like I was legit like asleep. So dude, on a boat on Saturday, 7 of us on a boat. Like bro, like there's nothing to complain about when you're in a boat, bro. Like everything's good. You know, mimosas, taking shots, jumping in the water. Like everything was good, but like we started like docking. Like I remember the drive back to make it back on time, and then I remember just being in my boy's apartment. Like there's like a 45-minute window where I just don't know anything at all. But the best thing was like, dude, I was like, I went to sleep, and then I woke up to pizza, and I was just like, I don't know what happened. That's a great thing to
wake up to.
Dude, phenomenal. I learned today that apparently like, in my asleepness in the car, as they were trying to figure out food to order, I was like, pizza. Like, it's like, yo, that's what we're fucking eating. Nice. But yeah, dude, good weekend as well. Definitely excited about it. Yeah, man, the weather's nice here, bro. Like it's already like, even though it's March, so that summer heat is a thing, bro. Like it's fucking like 89 every day now. It's like
shit.
Yeah, so beach season's a thing. Yeah. So they imagine do champagne, shots, and then in the sun. Like, bro, like it was gonna happen.
Champagne and heat. The more and more I do it, the more I'm like, this is torture for my body.
Dude, because it's gonna happen. Yeah, dude, like it's gonna. Oh my god, dude, the hangover. I don't know if it was a hangover, but like there were a couple moments Sunday morning, Saturday night, where I'm just like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Like, no amount of water was gonna recover me from what the fuck I was going through.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. All right, man, let's get into it. Episode 67, right? We're calling this one Lil Nas X. We'll get into that one in a second, but I guess kind of you just mentioned a lot of stuff about like seeing people for the first time and Billy being here, like, you know, every time he goes out in Florida, he's like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is not California at all. So it seems that more and more states, bro, starting next week or next month, because it's a week away, that they're going to start allowing 18 and over apply for the vaccine. I think New York is going to be April 5th, which is the first Monday of April, which is literally a week from today. And I think by the end of this week in Florida, if you're 18 and above. So I think every state it's clear, like every state is going in this direction. So your thoughts on that, and then obviously us just being so focused on music and, you know, the idea of going back. Like, dude, what is the first concert you want to just fucking like, yo, this is what I'm doing when this shit opens up?
Yeah, I mean, anything really. Like, I saw, was it Outside Lands in the Bay? I saw that pop up, and that's not until October, but I was excited because one, it's in the Bay. I'm like, oh, that'll be dope to do something local. And then two, I saw like maybe 2 people I knew out of like 100 on the list, and I'm like, I'm there. Like, at this point, I'm desperate as hell. I'll go to a fucking, I don't know, Baby Shark concert or something at this point, just to hear something and see the crowd go crazy and you know, vibe off the energy. But Rolling Loud would be dope. I heard that's opening up somewhere. My brother actually got an invite because he's lucky and knows the like the Tariq, the guy who runs everything, basically. So I think they got an invite through him, so they'll be attending. But yeah, it would be nice to do some sort of like mini festival like that.
Okay, so your thoughts on the whole rollout, though?
The rollout
the vaccine itself. So, like,
Mm-hmm.
would you be open for it though? Are you leaning towards getting it like early on, or are you gonna just let the shit play out a little bit?
Now I am, just because I don't want to have to like be quote unquote paranoid anymore. I mean, I never really was, but I just really want to have to not think about it. And I know there's a lot of conspiracies about it, you know, sterilizing people and shit, but I've tried so hard to get a fucking appointment. I'm like, if the government really wanted to have some master plan to destroy the world with this vaccine, they would make this shit way more accessible, because I tried every fucking loophole and I cannot find a vaccine. So clearly it can't be some conspiracy for your dick to fall off or for you to grow 5 arms.
Do you know when in California they're allowing people to start taking it like our age?
I want to say it's similar, like in a week.
Next couple weeks? Yeah. Dope.
Yep.
And hopefully Sarah sees this fucking episode. I've promoted myself to mason jars now. Instead of the red cups.
Is that what she convinced you to do?
Yeah, no. So yeah, she commented and was like, "Abar, why are you drinking out of red cups? Like, what the fuck?"
Oh,
I'm like, "Bro, I have 1,000 fucking red cups for my housewarming. Like, I had to fucking use them."
Right.
Yeah, dude. But same, like, for me, bro, like, I was pretty. I think we were both like, "Yo, fuck it. Like, I'm not gonna get it. I want to have like more history on it. Like, I want to see more data to see how people react to the second shots. Blah blah blah." I don't know. I'm still leaning towards like, I'm leaning more now than before. Like, all right, I'm sure I'm gonna take it. Whereas before, I'm like, bro, I'm young. I'll never take that shit. Like, who gives a fuck? Mm-hmm. Now I'm leaning towards, okay, like, if there's something I need to do, I'll take it to do that. But I think I'm still gonna let it like roll out, bro. Like maybe in the fall, if like, dude, in the fall we should have to 6 months of data on this to people aren't reacting and shit. So, but for sure, the first thing I'm gonna do, as far as a concert, like at least booking a ticket is Coachella 2022. Like that has to happen. You know what I mean? So like the moment that shit opens up, I'm fucking texting you like, yo, like I'm buying both our tickets, Venmo me later. Like that's for sure. Yeah. Like that's the first thing I'm doing. Because dude, going 2 years without that and then just knowing the lineup that's like. Like, dude, that lineup is still sick. You know what I mean? Like those artists are only probably bigger now, so that's a must. But yeah, dude, like I don't know, I wouldn't do Rolling Loud just because, like, I don't know, I feel like we've been there, done that kind of thing. Like I don't know, and like I can just see, like, I feel like I felt old then. I can only imagine the crowd looking younger, being younger, and me just being like, bro, like I don't want to just slap a fucking 10-year-old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And these kids are like. These rich little white kids who go, their parents are fucking gazillionaires. Every gazillionaire became even more richer during the fucking. So now they're gonna have more money, more fucking drip. I'm like, I don't want to see this shit. So like, I don't think Rolling Loud. I don't know. It'd probably be like the moment like Drake says like, yo, I'm going on tour. It'd be that. But honestly, I'll just start going to like local DJ acts here, like just to get like, you know, just to be out somewhere where literally like. Live music is playing of some sort, and it's like, let's all just enjoy this together.
Yep, I feel you on that. And that actually just reminded me, I still have my Jack Harlow ticket.
Yeah.
And I want to say this was like just when he just released What's Poppin', but I had already planned on going to the show before that. Obviously, his price has increased quite a bit. Like his career stock or whatever you want to call it.
Facts.
Has increased a lot. So I don't know when the hell the rescheduled event is. It still says TBD as far as I remember, but I know that one's going to be crazy. He might even have like, you know, some big guest appearances like Chris Brown or Big Sean or something.
Yeah, because you bought the ticket, you're literally What's Poppin'. So before the album drop, pre-COVID, everything, right?
Mm-hmm. I just hope it happens before I have to go into the office so that I don't have to, you know, randomly call in sick or take time off.
Sure. Yeah. That's I actually have two as well like that. I have the weekend tickets, which as of now is meant to take place in July. So I don't know. I think July's a little bit too soon. Like I can see them pushing it back again. And then I also have tickets to Tame Impala in Orlando. So
Tame Impala?
That guy. That guy. So yeah, I got tickets to those two things now. So that'll be good. I mean, it's Florida, so I can see them just saying, yo, fuck it. Just like, if you want to go. But I don't see like those artists being cool with it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it'd be one thing like if the state's cool with it. I feel like those kind of artists would be like, listen, we're not gonna fucking be the act where 50 people fucking die because they wanted to see us and shit.
Right. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah. All right, man. But you did mention it. Speaking of the Jack Harlow, though, let the people know what we put on the YouTube page so they can get a better insight into like who Jack Harlow really is.
Yeah, so we uploaded a video basically showcasing his career from start to finish, as far as what we could find going back.
Yeah.
So footage of him as a kid, like in 5th, 6th grade, all the way up until now. And we were both talking about how crazy it is. Because, you know, looking at the older footage, you would just think, oh, this is a talented, but, you know, a little quirky white kid who is just making songs over other rappers' beats. And then over time, it evolves into him doing, you know, completely original work. And you could see him finding like his voice, his voice and his style. I think even
it was cool. One of those, like he's talking about like hitting puberty and shit, and like, my voice is mad deep now.
Yep. And in one of his more recent songs, he said used to have a gimmick, but I'm glad I never went big with it. So clearly he knows what works for him and what's not, you know, considered corny, just another corny kid rapping. And then you sent me the thing, or we were talking about SNL or whatever, and how crazy it is that he's made
he was just on SNL. Yeah, dude, like just it puts those videos from like I mean I'm guessing 8-9 years ago in perspective, bro. Like some corny little white boy who's clearly talented, but you're like, whatever, bro. There's not gonna be anything. Like, and then to know like that same kid grew up to be a fucking young man who has like #1 hit records on the Billboard charts, you know, well known, and to be on SNL,
and Grammy nominated.
And the SNL thing wasn't like gimmicky, like it was very artist, you know, based. Like it wasn't just him like doing dumb shit. Like it wasn't fucking like Kanye in a fucking Gumby outfit, you know, with fucking Little Pump or whatever, right? Or Perrier Bottle. So like it was cool to see like proper like artistry and development and like. I love this and I'm gonna make this happen. So man, I think if our fans watch that video, I think you'll have a bigger appreciation what Jack Harlow really is. Yeah,
and unfortunately, we're having some issues having the YouTube actually be public on the video be public on YouTube because of copyright issues. But worst case scenario, I think we could probably successfully post it to the Instagram page.
Okay.
So if you're listening to this and you want to see the video, be on the lookout for that on the IG, just at Audio Theory.
Yes, sir. Yep. So look out for that. All right, man, back to the episode. So Lil Nas X, I feel it was kind of a slow week in the music culture as far as like things that are going off or going crazy. I mean, I could be wrong, but that was the big thing over the weekend. So let the people know what the main controversy. I'm trying to figure out what was the name of the song again? Say My Name, not Say My Name, or Call Me By My Name? It was
Montero, and then in parentheses, Call Me By Your Name.
Call Me By Your Name.
That's the video. Yep.
Okay. So your thoughts on the song itself and then the actual like rollout of that, or the video itself? Because the video was getting the most controversy.
Right. I mean, the song itself is pretty cool. I think it's catchy. Has a nice vibe to it. It's not really like my style or something I would personally want to bump, but like it definitely isn't trash in my opinion.
It's not trash at all.
It's a good pop song. Like that's what it is to me. I don't consider it hip hop or rap really. In terms of the video, like I understand why people were shocked by it, and for me, it's more so. I mean, I don't know any other like openly gay pop artist who's wore clothes like he wore, like gave lap dances to anybody in the video. So obviously it's shocking to see that if you're not used to that.
Yeah.
But what confuses me is, one, I don't like how people automatically, it's usually like the old head hip hop dudes who are like, this is where hip hop is going. Like, how dare we teach our young men this? I'm like, is he hip hop because he's black? Because I thought last time I checked, we didn't like it when black artists were boxed into hip hop just because of their skin color. They wouldn't even like consider him a country artist when he did that one song. But to me, he's not.
It's funny how it changes. Yeah.
So that bothered me. And also, it's funny to me how within the hip hop genre too, like for some reason, the imagery of the devil, you know, gets everybody riled up, and you know, they want to become saints. But like, we could talk about shooting people, taking drugs and all this shit, and it's not seen as blasphemous. So it's funny how the Illuminati and like homosexuality and the devil always like create chaos within the industry, like just that imagery alone, because we swear, you know, executives are out here just fucking sacrificing little boys to the devil to like get on the Billboard 100 or whatever.
Yeah. So it's funny, like you said that. So it is how ironic how like now he's a hip hop artist, but like everyone in their family was defending him when he was being, you know, blackballed, you know, no pun intended, from like the country genre, when he was like, yo, I'm a country artist doing a country song. Like, what the fuck's going on? You know what I mean? So it's funny how that, like, he drops this song where like everyone is like giving backlash to, and it's like typical hip hop music, just pushing the envelope for no fucking reason, blah blah blah. Dude, I agree. The song is fine, bro. Like, I have no issues with the song. I think what people, and like it's like clear from like the comments and everyone like talking about it, it's like they were cool with him being, even if he was the gay rapper, like they were cool with him being the gay rapper when you really couldn't tell from the song or like the video that he was gay, right? When you have him like in wigs, in heels, wearing nothing, twerking on the devil, you know, looking like a woman, that's where everyone's like, this is fucking bull. Like, it's pretty much like, you can be gay, but be gay on our terms, is how they're treating him, right? Which, again, he's not stupid, bro. Like, ever since he's dropped, he knows what pushes the envelope. Like, again, technically, he should have been like a one-hit wonder, and we're still talking about him 3 to 4 years later. Like, he's not dumb. Like, he knows exactly, or his team, whatever. They know exactly what they're doing. Like, I think this video was all about shock and awe. It's like, yo, this shit's working for women. Why can't I do this? You know what I mean? Like, why can't I do this? So, again, that, we were just talking about, she got 33 million views in like 2.5 days. Dude, it's probably gonna be up to like 100 million by the end of the week. And that's fucking wild. You know what I mean? So, again, bro, like, again, it's not, the video's not for me. Like, it doesn't do anything for me. Like, I mean, as a Christian, I'm like, you know, what are we doing kind of thing. But it's like, bro, like, again, like, who am I to judge? Like, dude, this is what you want to put out there? Like, do your thing, bro. Like, it's fine. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm not blackballing fucking Lil Nas X because he fucking did a video of him twerking on Satan. Like, like, and no one talks about that he kills Satan at the end. Like, no one's talking about that. So, like, you know what I mean? So, like, it is what it is, bro. But I think this is it's a very convenient narrative for especially the hip hop community to be like, nah, this is bullshit, yo. We had your back. You know, how you doing this like this? I was like, bro, this has nothing to do with you, period. So, like, why are you taking it personally? But I think he's a very smart, you know, young adult now who knows the marketing behind this shit. He's like, yeah, if I put this out, this is all everyone's going to be talking about for like the next week. And even and right now in the current, you know, environment we're in, like a week of talking about something is a big deal.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. I think the hip hop community is notoriously Christian and homophobic. So like those old school values, of course, he or his team knew that was gonna, you know, stir up the pot and make everyone go crazy. It was like disturbing to me when I was looking at other people's reactions on YouTube, and this one black chick was like literally about to cry as she was talking about him releasing this video, saying like it's a plot for him to poison our children and emasculate the black man and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, is it like, I don't think it's that serious. Like, and I hate when anyone who like clearly doesn't like a certain group of people says, I have nothing against them, but, and they can't do anything, they can't be within your vicinity. Like, it's kind of like a girl saying, you know, I have nothing against black men, but I don't date them at all. And, you know, I hate their culture, this and that. It's like, well, just say you don't like them. And she kind of was like going that route. Like
that corny thing where like everyone says, well, like, no disrespect, and they're about to disrespect you. Like it's coming like right there.
Yeah, it's like, so I see it all the time, like rappers, notorious rappers, who will say, I have nothing against that group, and they're probably trying to save, you know, themselves from controversy. They're like, yeah, like I have nothing against gay people, that's fine, but like if Lil Nas X posts a photo of him, like, I don't know, kissing his boyfriend or some shit, then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, like this is too much for the gram. But like, obviously a straight man, you know, Cardi B could post her fucking tits on Instagram and, you know, no one's gonna really say anything.
That's just getting a million likes, like in a second.
Right. So it's just hypocritical. I really think people need to stop digging too deep into like the imagery and shit. Like, clearly it was for shock value, it wasn't on accident, but at the same time, like, that's, I guess, what, you know, he thought was hot and fitting for the song. And if it's not for you, just keep it moving. Like, you don't have to fucking
don't watch it
over and over. Same thing with WAP. Like, I didn't like the song really. The video was like whatever, it was fun to watch the first time, I guess, but like after that I'm like, why are we still talking about this fucking song like a year later?
Yeah, that's really what it felt like, right? Because I think the video dropped in August and then we're still talking about it at the Grammys like in March.
I swore that shit dropped like 2 weeks ago because it was in the news like every day. So I was like, damn, like people really have nothing better to do than just complain.
But I'm gonna bring up an audio theory of the day then right now, because like you just mentioned, I feel like in hip hop they use like Christianity at the forefront a lot, which is very like contradictive of like some of most of the music that comes out. But I remember, bro, there's this, do you remember this song Hate Me Now with Nas and Puff Daddy? Well, it was Puff Daddy back then. It was on Nas's album I Am. All right. This is like a big song, bro, back in like late 90s, early 2000s. I love that song. Like, big song, right? The video's great. It has like, that's when he was like fucking like rich, because he had the fucking mink on. He took a sip of Cristal and then spit it out. Like almost like yo, this is like, I can do whatever the fuck I want. Yeah, I can spit this out if I wanted to, right? It's like, that's like when Puff like really like went crazy. Bad Boy went crazy. But he's a super Christian, bro. Like super Christian, like believes in that. There's a scene in the video that I guess Nas didn't run it past him because Nas was like, yo, this is my song featuring you, where Nas is being crucified like Jesus, okay? And there's a story that Puffy thought that was like blasphemous and then went to the director of the video after it aired and like fucked him up and like pistol whipped him, allegedly. But like, cause he was so upset, like, how dare you like disrespect God like that in something I'm in, blah, 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 blah. So it's just so funny, but like his rationale when you disrespect his God is to beat the living shit out of somebody. Like that was like I'm like, bro, like what? Yeah. Like, oh my God. So it's just like, but it's just so fun. Like, yo, you bring up God, and even like these are like, especially older heads, man, like maybe grew up with different values in hip hop, like they still treat it like, again, I'm saying this as a Christian, bro. Like I get it. Like, you know, never disrespect, you know, the person who I consider like to be the creator of all things. But at the end of the day, like God also teaches like to not judge, to each their own, educate, and, you know, keep it moving if they don't want to come along for the journey. So it's just so funny, like we like that you don't see that. It's just the absolute, how dare you let me lose my fucking mind for 48 hours and then I'll move on to the next thing. Yeah, it's really the hypocrisy that bothers me. Like, I don't care if they claim to abide by these Christian rules, as long as they actually do that. Like, some of these artists are literally the most anti-Christian people ever if you look at all the shit they condone and do. And that's not to say any human being's perfect. Like, you could be super faithful as a Christian and still fuck up. Like, that's allowed, but they take it a whole nother level in terms of like
sinning and condoning it. But as soon as it's like the one or two things that they don't like, then all of a sudden, you know, what they preach is the truth and this and that. And it really is. It's just, they're just uncomfortable, and they think that the imagery is gonna damage the youth. And again, you got to raise your fucking kids. Like, you can't just throw an iPad in front of them and let that be the teacher. Like, you should be responsible in telling them, hey, like, you know, I know you just saw the WAP video or some shit, but like, this is what grown women do. This is not what you do on TikTok when you're 11 or something. Yeah. Just like any other violent or sexual. Yeah,
dude. Like, when I went to see rated R movies with my mom when I was a kid, I remember seeing Con Air with her, and like, she sat me down before and after the movie, like, hey, it was all fake. But there are repercussions if you do something illegal, shit like that. And you keep it fucking moving, bro. Like, my 9-year-old brain didn't go like, hey, I'm gonna commit crime now because I saw Con Air when I was a child. Like, I don't think that's how it works. Again, but also you need to have, like, you know, family giving you context of what the fuck you're watching. Like, I think, yeah, like, if you just throw a kid an iPad and they're just fucking mindlessly just doing this all day, then yeah, there's a chance that they're gonna grow up and think that's okay.
Yeah, I think there just has to be more education. I think it's just paranoia that these rappers paranoia that their kid is gonna see this video and then all of a sudden, you know, find a dick in their mouth like a week later because Lil Nas was twerking on the devil. Like, I don't think that's how this works.
Yo, but he was looking wild though, fam. Like, there was a couple of images I was like, all right, bro, like, I get it.
His fucking whoever his makeup artist is probably swimming in money.
Yo,
it looked like a movie.
Oh yeah, no, dude, it's like it may not be for us, but this shit was well done though. Like, it was well done. Like, it was cool how he was literally every single person in the video was him. So like yo, it was good, bro. It wasn't some like random hip hop video with just people just walking down the street and like, you know, like, it was like there was clear thought into exactly what they were doing. Again, goes my point. Like, it wasn't just him on a green screen twerking on the devil for 4.5 minutes. Like, it was he was trying to tell some kind of crazy story. Again, not for us, but it was, I can respect his point, like trying to make it like he tried to make it very shocking and he achieved that. But in multiple creative ways. It wasn't just like one thing in your face for 4 minutes.
Yep. And if he was white, I highly doubt we'd be giving this much of a shit. Like, who's that dude? James Charles or whatever. I believe he's part of the LGBT community. He's like an influencer / makeup artist, I think. But
yeah.
He does all kinds of shit. I think he did like surgery and got tits or something. I don't know what he did, but like that, I don't think the average person has heard about it. But as soon as someone like Lil Nas X or someone like associated with hip hop does something out of the norm, then all of a sudden, like, there's this crazy Illuminati agenda and shit, as if people like Lil Nas X didn't exist already.
Yeah, and I think he was trying to play into that with that shoe that he was trying to drop. Or I think it's sold out, actually. I think they did drop
the Satan shoe or whatever, Yeah.
So it's Nike Air Max 97, but he did like a collaboration with some like shoe design company, but using the Nike shoe, but it wasn't Nike sponsored, right? It wasn't like Nike dropped this and like it's a Nike, you know what I mean? Like, it was just like they redesigned like 100 of those specific shoes for sale. It might have been more than 100, whatever. But yeah, it was like, like, you can do that. I mean, I guess on that level, maybe not legal, which I think the real reason why he's being sued is because it wasn't a partnership with Nike and it was using like a lot of the Nike logos and all that stuff. So, I don't know about legal or not. He is being sued by Nike, which just shows how like even like a corporation like Nike, which is they don't want to associate with him. They don't want to associate at all, bro. And they're always at the forefront for like anything black. Like, they're on board for sure. But for this, they're like, we're done with this. But again, the shoe though was my point. Is like you can see even with the shoe, he was trying to be controversial, bro. Like, there's like Satan logos. There's allegedly like human blood in the sole. And I'm like, bro, like, we get it, man. Like, I mean, at least I don't know. Maybe we get it because we can just like kind of like see through the bullshit. But like, I get it. Maybe the average American just like, what the fuck is this? Like, and but people bought it, bro. That shoe fucking sold out in seconds.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you just said, when I see shit like that, I'm like, okay, I don't want to say, God and spirits and things like that aren't real, but like, at least in my mind, I don't take the biblical stories and everything so literally. Whereas a lot of people think like if you say the word Satan, this motherfucker might pop up behind you, and they're probably thinking the same thing with the shoes. Like literally, if you buy them, you're going to hell. And I think personally, that's a foolish way to think.
Yeah,
I wouldn't rock it, but yeah,
I wouldn't rock those shits, even though they do look kind of hard. The colorway's fire, but yeah, there's no way, bro. Like it's just like I know what he's trying to do, so I respect the hustle, and I'm like, bro, this is what you want to do right now to either push your music forward or stay relevant. Fine, but I just don't get how like other people don't see it as well, and like why they're so easily offended when I'm like, bro, like what's the big like? Okay, fine, like he did this video, he made these shoes. Whatever, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He's fucking 21, 22. Like, he's a fuck. I think he might even be 21, to be honest. He's a child. Like, keep it fucking moving, But again, salute to him. #1 trending video on YouTube and being sued by Nike. So, I mean, he's had a hell of 4 days so far since Friday. So, yeah, you were saying allegedly, or the alleged killer of King Von might be or is going to be released from prison. So let the people know a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so he's actually already released from what I gathered, because his bond or bail or whatever was paid. So he just has to wear an ankle monitor. But Lil Reese, who's an associate of King Von and Chief Keef and all those guys, basically posted like a cryptic story, IG story or something, saying like, we're on his ass, we're gonna get him, kind of thing. But I thought it was funny just because, I don't understand why these guys will be broadcasting those sorts of threats, those serious threats online, if they're actually planning on doing something, because they'll be the first to scream snitch if they get caught up. But yet, everybody has to know every detail about, I'm gonna get this guy back and seek revenge and stuff. So I'm curious how things will play out, just because I don't know, these artists I feel like don't move very intelligently when it comes to this stuff. Like they always have to be seen and taunt each other until someone actually dies, which is how they even got in this situation in the first place. King Von and this dude clearly didn't like each other, but for some reason they just want to.
Did they make it clear why this dude's even out on bail though? Like, isn't the footage very clear from the nightclub that it was that?
I think it's because they claim self-defense. Because if I remember correctly, Von kind of instigated it or started it, and it just became this crazy brawl. That's not to say he won't do any more time, I think, but I think that's could be why he actually has a reason to temporarily be out.
Damn, I could see self-defense too though, bro, because that was a massive fucking brawl that just like went left quick. So damn. All right, fair enough. But is the guy also a rapper?
Technically, I think he is. I don't know if he had like much of a career prior to that, but I'm sure now he's gonna. All he has to do is fucking make a song about what happened, and it'll probably get a ton of coverage and streams.
Just for people to think it, like, hear the most like fucked up shit. Yeah, that's crazy. And I think also in the news was the alleged killer of Nipsey was trying to like ask the judge, like, yo, like, I'm not at risk, please lower my bail so I can like just spend these last whatever with my family. That's just crazy, bro. Like, when you have these motherfuckers on footage and they still want remorse, you know what I mean? Like, at least Nipsey's, bro. Maybe the King Von one, maybe it was self-defense, or maybe, I mean, I can see that guy being threatened for his life, so you hate that it had to result in gun violence, but at least the Nipsey one, bro, it's like, bro, like, why would we, like, there should be no bail. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like, there's legit footage of you just fucking rolling up and killing this dude for no apparent, it looks like you were instigated, like, you know what I mean? Whatever background story is fine, but like, in that moment, like, it's just you killing him, and like, I think he kicked him once, right? When he was down or something. Like,
I just don't know what angle he could possibly play, because it wasn't, aggravated murder like Nipsey, punched him a couple times and he pulled out a gun.
Right.
It was like premeditated. It seemed like it, at least. And I don't see how, like, what evidence or case he has by saying, you know, he's not a threat.
Yeah.
He's a threat to Nipsey because he killed him. So
yeah,
he doesn't seem like he's in his right mind.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the it's crazy, man. So like, I mean, I don't have much to say on that. I would love to have, like, you know, the people listening, you know, share your comments on the pages. Let us know what you think, if these guys should be free or they're fucking out of their minds. But bro, I want to ask you as well, man, because we're gonna get to hear the week in a few here. But bro, like, I've been finding it really hard to find new shit to listen to. Like, I don't know if that's just me, dude, because, like, again, I can't play What's Next every fucking time I have to turn on my fucking phone. And then if it's not like Drake, again, I enjoyed the Bieber album. Kudos to him. Justice is number one on the top 200. It's his 8th number one fucking album. Like, dude, even this motherfucker, bro, when we, like, in hindsight, I know we already interviewed like 2 Canadian artists, but dude, look, I mean, he's so young, so similar to Chris Brown. I think because they're so young and they have so much success early on, we kind of just take it for granted. Like, yeah, anyone, like, whatever, anyone could have done that. But bro, these motherfuckers are gonna have some serious fucking accolades. What they do, because to be under 30 and you have 8 number one albums, like, that is, yo, wild, bro. And now I just, like, number one on, like, the Spotify charts. Like, this is legit, like, the billboards, like, that's wild. But dude, besides, again, that was a good album to me. Nothing like mind blowing. I enjoy listening to it. You know, I'm sure I'll vibe to it again. But bro, like, really nothing that's dropping has me like, yo, stop the world, listen to this. Like, this is what we have to be doing. Like, have you found yourself in a similar thought? Because for heat of the week, bro, I'm gonna be reaching as fuck. Yeah,
no, same here. Yeah, I've had trouble finding new music. I'm pretty picky. And that makes it even harder. But yeah, I haven't really come across anything. I'm hoping I stumble upon new artists so that, like, I can go through the whole catalog. Because none of the artists I normally follow have, like, new shit. And every now and then I might listen to, like, an album and, you know, try to re-listen to a song. Maybe I skipped it or didn't, you know, enjoy it too much. Like, I came across the Lil Sky song that was off his last album that, for whatever reason, I didn't like as much the first time, but then the video came out and I was like, oh, this is dope. But yeah, I think it's been tough. And I don't know about you, but for me personally, like, I think it puts even more pressure on me to like Drake's album, because if his doesn't live up to expectations for me, then I really don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do music wise, like, for that at least the first half of the year. Yeah, no, I agree, man. And like, Benny the Butcher came out with a mixtape, decent, right? But it wasn't like, I don't know, it wasn't moving, you know? It wasn't like his last shit where, like, all the Hit Boy productions where you're like, yo, like, did you hear that track with Big Sean and Lil Wayne? And then he, you know, like, none of that, bro. So, like, yeah, like, struggling, bro. Like, I'm at the gym, like, what am I listening to today? You know what I mean? Like, what am I gonna listen to today? So, yeah, like, dude, I felt bad. Like, I was on the boat, and, like, bro, I had to, like, I was, like, controlling the music. I'm like, bro, I gotta play the same shit I've been listening to, like, over and over again. Like, I don't have any new shit to fucking bless these people with, because it's just, like, it's all the same shit. Yep. That happened at the engagement party, too. I just found some Spotify playlists and just let it run. But even, like, half that shit I had already heard, or, like, they already knew. There just really isn't that much out there. Yeah, like, I can only play Solekin so many times. Like, if you're not, like, in a loungy vibe, like, it's really not the pool party or beach party, you know, boat party, sorry, like, anthem, you know what I mean? So, yeah, hopefully, you know, going into, I mean, it's Q2 now, so going into the second half of the year, this part of the year, that we just get more stuff, bro. And again, I don't know if it's still like a delay of the beginning of the year where people just don't want to accidentally drop when Drake might be dropping, but fuck, bro, we need some shit, bro. I don't know if it's Young Thug or Future or whoever, but someone just fucking come out with some shit, because it's been rough. Yeah, I agree with that. It's tough. Yeah, man. But that being said, what was something to let it be older than you that kind of piqued your attention and was your heat of the week last week? So this dude, I brought him up a couple times before. His name's Darcy, and this track isn't new, but I went through his catalog because I liked his vibe. And this song is called Play It Safe. It's hard to describe. It's kind of like a feel good, trappy track.
Okay.
And if you know his style, then you probably understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's just a good vibe, something to bump to, like if you're driving around or even if you're chilling at home with a couple of drinks.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to more releases from him. He's one of those like super low key artists with like 15K followers, but like ride or die followers.
Like if you went to one of his shows, it'd be fucking like sold out. 100%.
He's sold out. He doesn't really like work with anyone else but himself.
Nice.
So he's one of those artists like super low key and everything, but really like his vibe. So it's called Play It Safe by Darcy.
All right, so you'll add, send me that. We'll add that to both playlists for sure. For me, it was a new release, but it was a remix though. So we've had this guy on this for a while. So Doja Cat has a song named called Streets.
Yep.
And 8 Drums, who's down here in Miami, originally from Houston. He's the guy who's also part of Major Lazer. He did a really cool remix of that. Like changed the perspective of the song completely into like a more like trap house kind of song. So that's definitely a vibe. Anything like working out to partying, like it's just a very cool like vibe to listen to. Yeah, I think like trap house would be like the best thing to like kind of describe it. So yeah, that's Doja Cat Streets 8 Drum remix. We'll add that one to both playlists as well.
Nice. I'll definitely have to check that out. I know I heard the original, but I forget what the vibe of the original was. So
same, bro. And it must have been so like dismissive, or maybe that was the time we both didn't fuck with Doja Cat at all. So we're like, which apparently we were the only ones to cancel her because this girl's living her best life, like nominated Grammys and like nothing's like ever happened. But yeah, this song is a vibe for sure. So definitely check out the remix by 8 Drums.
Dope.
Yes, sir. So let the people know we've been going on, man. We wrapped up our 4th interview of the month yesterday with your boy Cole, aka Boa. So yeah, man, let the people know what we've been doing and what's the plan moving forward.
Yeah. So as Danny just mentioned, we finished our 4th interview. The plan is to continue doing that, of course. I think we're aiming for at least one a month. We definitely don't want to like oversaturate it with just interviewing anyone with like a fucking freestyle out just for the sake of doing it. But we want to make sure that we also, you know, meet up and coming artists and or even established artists who are doing cool things and have a different perspective, because I feel like everyone is in that business for different reasons.
Sure.
And has unique reasons as well that would be exciting for people to listen to. And a lot of people, I think in this day and age, a lot of people are artists or aspiring artists. So it'd be exciting to give people kind of like an insider look into the challenges other people experience, you know, how they've overcome them, what they're currently doing, especially with quarantine and everything. So that's definitely the plan moving forward for us, and also giving you guys cool content like what we were talking about with the Jack Harlow progression of his career, just so you guys can see cool stuff like that. So a lot more on the way in the upcoming episodes and weeks.
Yeah, and I think what's going back to the point about the interview, I think what's cool about that for our listeners, at least, like especially if you're listening, you're like an up and coming whatever, cook, artist, you know, whatever. Like I think like it's hard not to play back those videos and not be inspired. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I had nothing, and I just, you know, I came back to music because I want to at least give this my, you know, my all and everything, right? I think we even posted today the Monday motivation by, you know, Leoden, when he was like, you know, being honest about like what he actually wants to achieve in music and that, you know, how to still go about it. So I think we're looking for that kind of artist, right? Like, you know, regardless of what the followers are, you know, someone who legit is like started from nothing and is slowly but surely going to be something, or is already that. Just so obviously we can, you know, go through the catalog together with our listeners, but also be inspired. Like, if you're also an up and like there's still hope out there, right? You can be 25 like just Adam, or you can be 38 like my brother. There's still like plenty of time to get this shit done if you actually care to get this shit done in the first place.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So if that sounds like you, definitely reach out to us, send us a little snippet about who you are or what it is that you're excited about, and we'll get something going. For sure.
All right, man. So let the people know where they can catch us every single week. Just call us one a day.
Yes, sir. So you can catch us at audio-theory.com. We're on all major streaming platforms, including a Spotify playlist as well as Apple Music playlist, where you'll find our Heat of the Week selections. The music industry is super dry right now too, so we might even take this time to say, if you know of good songs, send them to us so that we can find them, because things aren't looking too good right now for the industry in terms of hot music, but maybe we just don't know about it. But either way, stay tuned. Please share, comment, like, donate. We have donation links up there. Yeah, please support the channel and tune in every single week.
Subscribe, baby, subscribe. Get a little bit stagnant.
Yep, I know. Right on the 0 mark too.
Right on the move that bitch one more over, please.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, my dude. Glad we had a great Monday. Great episode again. Excited about April. Good luck with the move.
Appreciate
it. Talk to you soon, my dude. Peace.
Peace.